Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike Naịjirịa ga-akarị ike Biafra. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nuro luayo. Nna nuro, Olisa binigwe nuro akwayo. Now, the news updates.
Not because we have so many factions in this Biafran struggle. Not because I believe on the government of USB. Not because I can see food to eat or see money to buy myself a drink to drink. That is not my happiness or joy. My happiness today and joy today is that I will be alive to celebrate the downfall of those who have vowed that they will destroy Biafra. But at the end, they are destroying their own self. Look at Kenya today. Since Kenya get involved in the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, Kenya never had peace up to today. Even Kenya have went to a witch doctor which told them categorically clear that the guy which you people allowed to be mutilated, to be tortured, is not an ordinary human being. That was why, because what is the name of this Nnamdi Kanu, a human rights lawyer? Wouldn't be that man name himself? I have forgotten his name. The man have been going to court for over 4 years now over case of Nnamdi Kanu. But do you know why they give that justice? Many of us don't know, but I go tell you, I know. I get information from a right source. Kenya went to a witch doctor. Okay, let's say they went to a prophet or a native doctor. But normally in most other African countries, they call it witch doctor. Not that they are witch, but they see things beyond human comprehension. So they went to that witch doctor, which explained to them that the reason why they are facing the downfall today is because of a man. One man. That man is Nnamdi Kanu. From that day to today, Kenya never have rest of mind. UK orchestrated the genocidal war against the Biafrans. Do you know that UK are the ones who made 1966 coup look like Igbo coup? They are the one that engineered. In fact, they use their media house, which is BBC, to send out that propaganda simply because of hatred. Simply because they see the Igbos, the Biafrans, as a kind of threat to their own personal interests and desire. So with Ibadan Media House and Lagos Media House, coupled with Ibadan and Lagos do the news locally. Who broadcast that news internationally? It is BBC, which everybody depend on, which everybody believed on. That 1966 January coup is an Igbo coup, which is never not. UK are the one who did that damage. Gowon went to Aburi Accord and have agreement with Ojukwu in terms of restructuring. Let the East manage whatever they get, the North manage, and the West manage. Then you pay tax at the central. Or whatever you are making, either 10% or 20%, they agreed on. Signed and sealed. Just when you arrive Lagos, or rather when you arrive Nigeria, make that broadcast and let the people know that we are now running a regional government. When Gowon entered Nigeria, you know what happened? Elizabeth, which is the so-called queen or whatever they call her, are the one who tell Gowon, if you agree to this, it means you have succumbed to these people and they are going to use you. And they have to remind him that you don't have any mineral resources in the north. So these people are going to overshadow you. Then Gowon overturned and said nothing of such. And still yet, Gowon do not stop the pogrom going on in the north, because from 1966 to 1967, there are still killings of Igbos in large numbers. That is when Ojukwu, they called a meeting in Enugu, either Enugu or Imo State. Then, and decided, Ojukwu called the meeting they call it a stakeholders meeting. Then in that meeting, that was when the southeastern stakeholders, Ojukwu is never the one who declared Biafra, but the people who came to that meeting forced him that if you do not declare Biafra, you are on your own, because our people are being killed unjustly. They forced Ojukwu to declare Biafra, and Ojukwu did. But tomorrow, the northerners and the what they call it, the southwest, the Yoruba bastards, will tell you that Ojukwu is the cause of Biafra war or the civil war. Ojukwu never be the cause. Ojukwu declared Biafra. Then the UK forced Gowon, which Gowon have already, in this present times, in this 21st century, confessed that that war is being, he was forced into declaring war against the Biafrans. The people who forced him to declare war against the Biafrans are still the same people who are fallen today. I am happy that I can be alive to see this thing happening in my own very face. King Charles going to, they call it, this is King Charles inaugurating a new Islamic center in Oxford, UK. The UK has fallen to Islam. Before, it used to be 70% of Christians and then 30% of Muslims in UK. But now, it have overturned. What they have in UK Parliament now is 70% of Muslims and then mere 30% for the Christians. Okay, let us take it this way. Let me just put that one pending. Let us come back to Christianity. My people in Africa, my people in Nigeria, my people in Igbo land, who so much believe in Christianity, the people who give you Christianity, they have fallen to Islam. Oh. The people who bring Christianity to you are now the one who is cutting ribbon for Islamic Center in Oxford, UK. What does that tell you? It tells you that these people does not want the best for you. They only want to enslave your brain and then taking away your mineral resources. A white man will come and tell you, if somebody slap you on this left cheek, please, you turn the right cheek so that the person will also slap you. Try that with that white man. My brother, you will visit heaven the next day. Mental slavery. What does that slap means? If somebody come to take your coal, please give him your crude oil. When you go to heaven, God will judge. They are telling you that your own house, your own mansion is in heaven, but they are busy building their own mansions on earth. When you ask them, or some Christians now, they will tell you, you will not understand. You need a spirit to understand what is being written in the Bible. The same Bible that a human being write. Then I need spirit to understand it. I beg, no be mumu. Let me not go there. It's story for another day. Back to the main business of the day. How far? I posted a video the other day where Islamists went to a cathedral in Helsinki, Finland, waving their flag, telling Christians that you are not welcome in this country. In other words, Finland have also fallen to the hand of Islams. What is the crime of Finland? Simon Ekpa. Anybody who dare to fight the Biafrans, physically or spiritually, my brother. In fact, it seems like the gods of the Biafrans now have arose to take revenge on anyone who dare to stand against the Biafran liberation. Because Finland does not take too long, and they begin to see the repercussion. That is to say that the evil men do lives within them, not after them. Alex Tobe is going to witness the downfall of Finland under his own very eyes for tampering with the Biafran struggle, for conniving with Nigerian government, conniving with APC government, a terrorist government, to sideline whom God have called to safeguard his own people. Alex Tobe and Finland is going to suffer heavily for that. William Ruto, it's either William Ruto do the needful and force Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If not, my brother, let me say this. Before Tinubu's election, Kenya is going to fall. I repeat, mark my word, I say this one again today. so that when I begin to kind of remind you 2027, you will remember that I made this kind of comment. If Kenya, William Ruto, does not force, this one is not negotiation, do not force Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally before 2027, Kenya is going to fall. In fact, Kenya will be like Somalia. Please put this word somewhere. Ifeanyi Uba, how far? Muhammadu Buhari, how far? Emmanuel Iwanyawa Akpakpo, how far? And many more we go. If you stand on the way of this Biafran struggle, my brother, if you ever survive it, make I know waiting cause am. If you stand on the way, let all these idiots that call themselves, they say they are working under Briggy. Now we have Briggy 1 and Briggy 2 because they are looking for funds from poor Biafrans who are paying from their nose for their freedom. And you think that you can make money from it, my brother. You see your and I never see anything.
My people, on don't hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.